India and Vietnam are looking to ramp up bilateral trade to $25 billion by 2030. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi made the announcement following talks with Vietnamese President To Lam in New Delhi. Discussions also covered education, rare earth minerals, and digital payment systems, as both sides look to deepen what they call their enhanced comprehensive strategic partnership. The Vietnamese leader says the two sides will also elevate defense and security cooperation and contribute to strengthening peace and stability in the region. And for more, we have Neha Poonia covering developments for CNA live from New Delhi. Neha, can you tell us more about To Lam's day in India so far, including his meetings with Prime Minister Modi?
Absolutely. It was day 2 of what is a 3-day visit. And what we saw on day 2 was New Delhi pulling out the red carpet quite literally for the Vietnamese president. There was a ceremonial reception granted to him at the president's estate, where he was escorted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and India's President Draupadi Murmu. After that, President To Lam went to the Mahatma Gandhi Memorial. And after that, he sat down for what was the main engagement of the day, which was a bilateral delegation level engagement with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, both sides have hailed the success of these talks. They've talked about the potential of bilateral ties, particularly on the trade front. They've said they want to see bilateral trade grow from the existing $16 billion to about $25 billion by the end of the decade. And we have seen trade has been growing in the last decade or so, but now they want to set a more ambitious target, is what officials are telling us. And a key aspect of this is, India is promising to make Indian medicines accessible in the Vietnamese market, but also agriculture was a key focus area as well. Officials saying that both sides have agreed to grant, Indian grapes access to the Vietnamese market, and in exchange, Vietnamese durian will get access to the Indian market as well. They've also talked about increasing two-way investment. They've identified, various sectors that they want to target, including artificial intelligence. They've talked about linking digital payment systems as well, and really, set what they're calling a roadmap for trade and investment engagement for the next 5 years or so. And on Thursday, we'll see President To Lam head to Mumbai, which is India's financial capital. He's traveling with a significant business delegation, where he'll also address the Vietnam-India Business Forum.
Yeah, so a lot on the agenda. But Neha, what is the wider significance of To Lam's visit to India?
We have seen in the last few months India really upping engagement with countries of the global south, particularly given its own rocky relationship with the United States and the sort of impact that Asian economies are feeling because of the ongoing conflict in West Asia. And in that regard, experts say that both Vietnam and India, stand to gain if they partner with each other, particularly on the trade front. A big emphasis was on building more resilient supply chains and opening up each other's economies to businesses, to try and give businesses a chance to trade in the region as a way of protecting them from what is current global turmoil, as the Vietnamese president called it. The other focus, of course, from India's perspective also is, countering China's dominance in the region. That's something that is a priority for Vietnam as well, which is why defense engagement is something that they've talked about, including ramping up defense procurement, with talks reportedly including, India possibly supplying supersonic missiles to Vietnam. No deal was announced, but it's something that we're being told was discussed.
Neha, thank you for that update. That was Neha Poonia for CNA from New Delhi.